Thursday, September 7th, 2017.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I move we approve the August 14th minutes.
Mr. Old?
Yes.
Mr. Monahan?
Yes.
Mr. Shenick?
Yes. Pete?
Okay, there's a piece of legislation up there you're gonna see. It's regarding the Nexus Pipeline project. I know the county engineer and the county prosecutor's office have been working with them. This is regarding essentially taking care of the roads while that construction is going on. In other words, if there's any damages, to make sure that they fix it properly. As I had talked to the engineer, but I sent him an email, and obviously, they've been through the whole process, and they've approved the language that's in there. He just wanted you guys to know that it's not a one-size-fits-all contract. Each road, each construction piece will be taken, they'll look at that individually to see what's the best course of action for everything that they do. So, just so you know that and you're aware of that.
It was a hard-fought agreement. You might notice at the bottom, it's V6. This is the sixth version.
You guys have been working on that for at least a year.
Oh, yeah, it's been going on for a long time, and the engineer's office was very, very strong on behalf of the county, and we also received authorizations from the townships for the township roads where this is going through, from those individual townships to negotiate on their behalf and sign this agreement on their behalf. And it was a pretty big deal to get this finally done, honestly. It was they were represented by Bill, the guy who used to be the prosecutor for Cuyahoga County, was their counsel on it, kind of a heavy hitter from a big Columbus firm, statewide practice and all that. Nexus has some big hitters on their side, so they brought to bear what they could, but eventually we were able to work everything out, and we think it's fair, and we'll protect all the county and township roads as best we can.
How far are they going to have to bore how deep underneath roads?
Well, that was one of the things that took the longest to deal with. Tim Lloyd wanted them to go 10 feet.
Mm-hmm.
They objected strenuously. That's really what took a couple of months to deal with. And so it's kind of now where it is almost on a case-by-case basis, where there's a situation where the engineers want them to go deeper. We won't issue a particular permit on that until it's actually resolved for that particular location where it crosses roads. The concern was if they put a 36-inch gas pipeline somewhere and we've got to lay a water pipe someday there,
Yeah.
are we going to have to go 15 feet below the road somehow?
Yeah.
So finally resolved that to the engineer's satisfaction and to what they could live with. They're going like, I think 60 feet under the turnpike with this thing, but the Turnpike Commission apparently had a little more sway than an individual county does. So they agreed to the Turnpike's demands. We had a little bit of trouble with it, but we finally resolved it to where we'll be issuing individual permits for individual things. So engineer's office was finally satisfied with where we got this to. And Nexus was in a hurry because they're getting ready to start going.
Yeah.
We think it's a good agreement.
Also yesterday, Mr. Old participated in a conference that we had with the Moody's Investor Service. And we're doing a refinancing, hopefully to save about $1 million over the remaining 14-year term of those bonds. I think it went really well. Currently, we have a AA2 rating, which is very good. That's basically 2 grades below the top investment grade you can have. just to give you a little bit of reference points locally, the city of Sandusky, city of Huron both have AA3 ratings. So we're one notch above that. Our financial advisor is pretty confident that we have a good shot at getting moved up to one more notch, which is one rating below the top investment grade you can get, which would be fantastic.
Yeah, I thought you and Ed did a good job, and you or Mike's seen everybody was very well prepared and put on a good presentation.
County's in great shape, when you take a look at the
Yeah,
finance.
one of the reasons they're here is because they're sitting down with the city of Sandusky this morning. They're doing the same thing. So just thought I'd let you know. We'll find out end of next week where we land. That's all I got.
Hey, Pete, I gotta ask a question here. I was looking at your report, and it says, receive special assessment bond fund balance and payments due, calculated shortage of Chapel Creek is paid off. And I saw where the treasurer was ready to file foreclosure on Genesis because they are back due about $105,000, and I think the total of due on that is over $300 by Genesis. What's the deal here?
Well, I mean, we're taking a look at that. Been asked to do that. Obviously, you know, we did have a large settlement several years ago from essentially that nursing home piece. So, you know, we actually have some money to put down towards possibly paying that off. But the treasurer did talk about that one parcel that is in arrears. They may consider, you know, trying to do something with that come this fall.
But don't we have people paying that assessment right now?
Yeah, we do. Yeah,
So
essentially
why
it's
would
the
we pay it
condominium
off if
pieces
we've
are
got people
paying.
paying the assessment?
What's that?
Why would we pay it off if we have people paying the assessment, paying on the assessment?
Well, that's something to take a look at.
Yeah.
Okay, is that it? You want to do these resolutions?
Sure.
Resolution of the Board of County Commissioners, Erie County, to appropriate the estate interest and rights in certain parcel of real estate property described for public improvement purposes.
Second?
Mr. Monahan?
Yes.
Mr. Old?
Yes.
Mr. Shinnigo?
Yes.
Resolution authorizing payment to Sandusky Orthopedics and Rheumatology for payment of supplies provided to Sheriff's Department.
Second?
Mr. Monahan?
Yes.
Mr. Old?
Yes.
Mr. Shinnigo?
Yes.
Resolution authorizing payments to Lucas County Coroner.
Second?
Mr. Monahan?
Yes.
Mr. Old?
Yes.
Mr. Shinnigo?
Yes.
Motion to award bids to DD Rides, City of Sandusky, Majestic Transportation, and City Taxi.
Are these still, these are the new bids that we did last week?
These
This-
are the new bids, correct.
Second?
Mr. Monahan?
Yes.
Mr. Old?
Yes.
Mr. Shinnigo?
Yes.
Resolution for the purpose of entering into an agreement amended number 2 with the City of Sandusky.
Second?
Mr. Monahan?
Yes.
Mr. Old?
Yes.
Mr. Shinnigo?
Yes.
Resolution for the purpose entering into an agreement accommodating tap sewer agreements with J.C. Custom Joint Venture.
Second?
Mr. Monahan?
Yes.
Mr. Old?
Yes.
Mr. Shinnigo?
Yes.
Resolution of the Board of County Commissioners of Erie County, Ohio, to confirm and levy hereinfore deferred special assessment for construction of an addition to the wastewater system in the Erie County Sewer District, said addition being the Castelia Area Sanitary Sewers Project number 15.
What is this, Pete?
I'm sorry?
Which one is this? The levy and sewer district in Castelia area?
Oh, this is the deferred assessments we had talked about
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's,
a
I just
month or
wanted,
so ago.
I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
Okay, second?
Mr. Monahan?
Yes.
Mr. Old?
Yes.
Mr. Shinnigo?
Yes.
Resolution of the Board of County Commission of Erie County for the purpose of declaring certain Erie County equipment surplus and ordering same to be sold by internet auction.
Second.
Mr. Monahan?
Yes.
Mr. Old?
Yes.
Mr. Shennego?
Yes.
Accepting an agreement to the roadway use, repair, and maintenance agreement 117172336V6, Ruma by and between Erie County, Ohio, acting by and through the Board of County Commissioners of Erie County, Ohio, and on behalf of the county, the Erie County Engineer and its authorizing townships, Erie County, and Nexus Gas Transportation, LLC. Nexus.
Second.
Mr. Monahan?
Yes.
Mr. Old?
Yes.
Mr. Shennego?
Yes.
Do you want to recess?
Yeah, probably.
Motion we recess then?
Hold on one second.
So motion to recess, so we motion to adjourn?
Let me go out and look.
Understand we may have a visitor.
That's what I heard.
For sure.
You want to take a 10-minute recess? Waiting on.
I move we recess.
Second.
Mr. Old?
Yes.
Mr. Monahan?
Yes.
Mr. Shennego?
I move we go back on the record.
Second.
Mr. Old?
Yes.
Mr. Shennego?
Yes.
Mr. Monahan?
Yes.
I move we go into executive session pending litigation with Mr. Gross.
Second.
Mr. Old?
Yes.
Mr. Shennego?
Yes.
Mr. Monahan?
Yes.
Just to adjourn unless
God,
you got anything
Get
else.
back, you gotta get back into executive session. Back in regular session?
Now we're back in.
All right, I think we need to amend today's agenda to include Dennis Murray Sr. into the executive session at 9:40. Executive session pending litigation with Gerald Gross and Dennis Murray Sr.
I mean, we don't amend it when Nancy Ostrander comes, you know, if it's one of the other HR people, I don't.
This is totally different. We got a lawsuit going on here.
No.
I'm not interested in that. I mean, it's on, you put it on the record, so it's on the record, but.
We need to amend it. It's on the
Yeah.
record. That's
No.
what you need to do.
No.
Can't,
Well, all right, let me go a different
Second.
way. I do.
Mr. Shennego?
Yes.
Mr. Old?
Yes.
Mr. Monahan?
Yes.
I knew,